Did you know that what you eat first thing in the morning could be the difference between feeling sluggish or starting your day full of energy, confidence, and better circulation? Yes, even down there. Now, I get it. That might sound a bit surprising. But for so many men over 60, the real problem isn't just age or hormones. It's what you're putting on your breakfast plate, or worse, what you're skipping entirely. Hi, I'm Dr. Sophia Jain. I'm a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with over 25 years of experience, and I've helped thousands of men get their energy, strength, and yes, even their bedroom confidence back. No shame, no pills, just simple, science-backed changes that actually work. Today, I want to walk you through 5 natural, everyday foods that can radically improve blood flow, especially in the lower body, and help you feel more alive in the morning. These are not fancy powders or overpriced supplements. They're foods you probably already have in your kitchen. And stay with me until the end, because I'll share a powerful food combo that's helped some of my patients feel a difference in just 7 days. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. If you're someone who values health, independence, and still feeling strong as you age, this channel is for you. All right, let's get into it. You might be thinking, eggs? Really? Yes, really. Whole eggs, including the yolk, are one of nature's most complete sources of nutrition. And for men over 60, they're a game changer, especially when it comes to blood flow, muscle strength, and nerve health in the lower half of your body. I've had men come into my clinic complaining about everything from weak erections and groin numbness to lower back pain. And 9 times out of 10, I ask, what do you eat in the morning? The answer? Toast, coffee, maybe nothing. Here's the deal. Within an hour of waking, your body is primed to absorb nutrients, and when you give it vitamin D, choline, B12, and leucine, all found in eggs, you're fueling the muscles that matter, the pelvic floor. These are the muscles that support erections, control urination, and keep you steady when standing or climbing stairs. It's not just about sex, it's about quality of life. Let me tell you about Mark, one of my patients. He's 69 and told me he hadn't had any morning energy in years. I got him on a simple routine, 2 boiled eggs every morning. Nothing fancy. 4 weeks later, he said, "Doc, I feel like something woke up again. I don't even need to push myself off the bed anymore." That's the power of the right fuel. And the best part? You don't need shakes, pills, or gimmicks. Just 2 eggs, yolks included. Your blood vessels, your strength, and your confidence will thank you. Now let's look at your arteries. Because what good is strong muscle if blood can't get where it needs to go? Enter oats. These are rich in beta-glucan, a powerful fiber that doesn't just lower cholesterol, it literally scrubs the inside of your arteries clean. Cleaner arteries mean more oxygen-rich blood can reach your legs, your hips, and yes, even your private parts. But here's the trick. Oats alone aren't enough. When you sprinkle in chia seeds, you're adding a powerful dose of magnesium, potassium, and omega-3s, nutrients that help relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and supercharge nitric oxide, the same compound ED medications target. Let me share Sam's story. He was 72, recently divorced, and told me straight up, "I think intimacy is over for me." I got him to drop the sugary cereals and instead eat warm oats with chia seeds, cinnamon, and some frozen blueberries. Simple, easy to digest. 2 weeks in, his hands and feet were no longer cold. 4 weeks later, he said, "Dr. Jain, I actually look forward to mornings now." That's not just breakfast, it's a circulatory upgrade. So if you're tired of feeling sluggish, if your stamina is low, or if you just want to feel more alive again, this is a breakfast worth trying. Now here's a fruit that surprises most guys, watermelon. Not just for summer, and not just a sweet treat. Watermelon is rich in L-citrulline, which turns into L-arginine, which then boosts nitric oxide, the very same pathway targeted by medications like Viagra. But here's the beauty of it. This is natural. No prescriptions, no side effects, just juicy, delicious fruit. And for best results, eat it first thing in the morning. on an empty stomach, or before your main breakfast. And don't throw out the white rind. That's where the L-citrulline is most concentrated. You can slice it, chew it, or blend it into a smoothie. One of my patients, Bill, 66 years old, started doing this every morning. 3 days in, he called me and said, "Doc, something's definitely waking up down there." He wasn't kidding. His body was finally getting the blood flow it had been craving. When you pair this with eggs or oats, you're stacking the deck in your favor. Muscle support, arterial cleaning, and now, direct blood vessel expansion. That's a morning routine that can change your life. Let's keep going. So far, we've covered 3 powerful morning foods: eggs for strength, oats and chia for artery health, and watermelon for that spark down there. But now it's time for one that almost no one talks about, even though it's been a quiet miracle for many of my patients. Number 4, steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. This next one might sound strange at first, but hear me out. A warm, steamed sweet potato with just a pinch of Celtic sea salt might be the missing link in your morning routine, especially if you wake up feeling stiff, off balance, or low on energy. And no, I'm not talking about sugary sweet potato casseroles or mashed potatoes drowned in butter. I'm talking about a simple half or whole steamed sweet potato. Warm, natural, clean. Sprinkle it with Celtic salt, not the processed white stuff. Why does this work? Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, the kind that fuel your muscles with steady energy without spiking your blood sugar. That's key, because sudden sugar crashes lead to fatigue, dizziness, and brain fog. And when you combine those clean carbs with Celtic salt, you're getting a dose of over 80 trace minerals, minerals your nerves and blood vessels need to work properly. These minerals help regulate electrolytes, improve hydration, and keep your nerve impulses firing. For men dealing with morning groin tightness, numb feet, or balance issues, this combo has been a quiet miracle. Take Thomas, for example. He's 71, came into my office frustrated. "My legs ache in the mornings. I always feel like I'm going to fall when I stand up." Nothing was working, until I asked him to try this simple breakfast tweak. Half a steamed sweet potato with a cup of warm water and a small pinch of sea salt. First thing in the morning, before his normal breakfast. 3 days later, he called me. "Doc, I stood up this morning and didn't even need to brace myself on the nightstand. That's not magic. That's real fuel for real function. No sugar crash, no caffeine jitters, just stable, grounded energy that supports your circulation, nerves, and mobility from the ground up." If you've been struggling with leg cramps, groin tension, or that unsteady first step feeling, don't overlook this one. It might be exactly what your body's been missing. What to do with this info, your morning action plan. Okay, let's get real. Knowing what to eat is one thing. Actually doing it, that's the difference maker. So now that you've got your 5 foods, eggs, oats with chia, watermelon, sweet potato with Celtic salt, what's next? Let's break it down into real steps, simple, actionable, and most importantly, doable. Starting tomorrow morning, not next week, not after the weekend. I want you to commit to fueling your body like it matters, because it does. You're not just eating to fill your belly. You're eating to support blood flow, strengthen your muscles, fire up your nerves, and protect your confidence. So here's how you start. Just pick one of the 5 foods. Not all 5, just one.
Maybe it's 2 boiled eggs. Maybe it's a bowl of oats with chia and cinnamon.
Maybe you slice some watermelon and eat it first thing, rind and all.
Or maybe you prep a sweet potato the night before and reheat it with a pinch of salt in the morning.
It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to happen. Because that first hour after waking, that's your golden window. That's when your blood vessels are the most open. That's when your nerves are ready to fire. That's when your muscles are begging for fuel.
And if you give your body the right nutrients in that first hour, you're setting yourself up for better circulation, better energy, and better function for the entire day.
Common excuse, but doc, isn't it too late for me?
Now, I know what a lot of guys are thinking right about now, but doc, I'm already 68, 72, 76. Isn't it too late to turn this around?
Let me stop you right there. No, it's not too late, not even close. I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, even their 80s, who thought they were beyond help. They believed the best days were behind them. But here's what happened. The moment they started changing how they fuel their mornings, their bodies started responding. Sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly, but always consistently. Let me tell you about Albert. He was 75, retired, tired, and honestly, kind of checked out. Told me he hadn't had energy or intimacy for years. I gave him the same advice I'm giving you. He started eating 2 eggs and a few slices of watermelon every morning. By day 10, he called me laughing.
Doc, I forgot what this felt like. I'm sleeping better. My legs feel light. And my wife? She's smiling again.
That's the power of one small choice, not a prescription, not some magic pill, just the choice to eat like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it actually does.
The ripple effect of morning fuel.
Look, I don't just want you to feel better in one area. I want you to feel the ripple effect of better blood flow, better intimacy, more stamina when walking, less stiffness when standing, improved balance and confidence, sharper thinking, and better sleep. It all starts with how you fuel your body the moment you open your eyes. That's why I'm asking you to try this. Choose one food, prep it tonight, eat it within 1 hour of waking. Do it for 7 days straight. Don't wait until you feel like it. Let the habit build the momentum. And I promise, if you stay consistent, you will start to feel the difference.
Let's wrap this up with something I believe is often overlooked when we talk about health after 60. It's not just what your muscles or blood vessels are doing, it's what you believe is still possible. Because when it comes to aging, most of the time, it's not your body that gives up first. It's your hope. You try some diet, take a few pills, make
Changes overnight, it's easy to say. Maybe this is just how it is now. But if you're still watching this video right now, I know something about you. You haven't given up. You still want to feel strong. You still want to move well. You still want intimacy, independence, and joy. That tells me you've still got fuel in the tank. Recap: the 5 simple foods that support men over 60. Let's bring it all together. Here are the 5 simple morning foods that can naturally support circulation, nerve sensitivity, and muscular function, especially below the belt. 1. Whole eggs with yolk, packed with vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine to rebuild pelvic muscles and support testosterone. 2. Oats with chia seeds, high in beta-glucan and omega-3s to clear arteries, reduce inflammation, and increase blood flow. 3. Watermelon, include the white rind, full of L-citrulline and L-arginine to naturally boost nitric oxide and vessel expansion. 4. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, provides clean carbs, electrolytes, and over 80 trace minerals for nerve and muscle coordination. 5. Use these in the first hour of the day. The earlier you nourish your body, the better your blood flow, strength, and stability will be. Remember, this isn't guesswork. This is science. These foods speak directly to your biology, to your aging, circulatory, and nervous system. They feed the muscles that support your erections, your balance, and even bladder control. They help you walk taller, sleep better, wake up with purpose. They tell your body, hey, we're still in this game. Aging isn't shrinking, it's adapting. Let me say this clearly. Aging doesn't mean fading. It doesn't mean you disappear into the background or accept aches, weakness, or decline. It means you learn to adapt with better tools, smarter habits, and a renewed commitment to feeling good in your own skin. And when you do that, you don't just survive, you thrive. You start noticing. You're climbing stairs without groaning. You're sleeping deeper. Your legs feel lighter. Your confidence is coming back. Your partner starts looking at you differently. I've seen this happen over and over with the men I work with, guys who thought their best years were long gone. Then they start eating 2 eggs and a few watermelon slices in the morning. Or they finally replace that sugary cereal with warm oats and chia. And a month later, they're calling me saying, "Doc, I feel like myself again." And honestly, that's the best medicine there is. Real talk, you might not feel a miracle on day 1. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You might eat that bowl of oats tomorrow and think, okay, that was nice, now what? You might not notice anything major on day 1, but by day 3, your legs might feel lighter. By week 1, you might not need your hand to push off the bed. By week 2, you might feel your hands and feet warming up, your mood lifting, your mornings feeling sharper. And yes, things might start waking up in ways you forgot were even possible. These aren't overnight miracles. They're small habits practiced consistently that lead to real, lasting transformation. Protect what you still have. For men over 60, the real battle isn't always about fixing something. It's about protecting what you still have. Your circulation, your mobility, your intimacy, your spark. They're still there. They just need to be woken up again. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need supplements or gym memberships or expensive programs to do that. You just need to begin. The truth I've learned after 25 plus years. After working with thousands of older men, I've learned one undeniable truth. Aging doesn't take your strength. It just asks if you're still willing to fight for it. That's it. Most guys don't give up because their body quits. They give up because they stop believing that real change is still possible. But here's the deal. You now have real knowledge. You have simple tools. You have a game plan. You know how to eat in a way that works with your biology, not against it. So now, the only question left is, will you begin? Your action step tonight, prep one of the 5 foods. Put 2 eggs in a pot, slice some watermelon, steam half a sweet potato, whatever works for you. And tomorrow morning, within 60 minutes of waking, eat it. Not next Monday, not after this vacation, tomorrow. Start with food that works for your body, fuel the systems that matter, and build the belief that this next chapter of your life can still be strong, confident, and full of vitality. I'll leave you with this. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be who you were at 30. You don't need anyone's permission to start. You just need to walk into your kitchen tomorrow morning and feed your body like it still matters. Because it does. I believe in you. Take care of yourself, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.